morning, good evening, and good night to you all, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode of Channel 69 News. Bro, good morning, good evening, good night, and welcome back to another episode of Channel 69 News, ladies and gentlemen, where I bring you the latest and greatest news from all of our favorite Roblox games. Now, as you guys know, last week's episode was very jam-packed. We had a lot of Southwest Florida stuff. A good Greenville announcement, actually. Kind of forgot about that. Good Greenville announcement. But this week's a little different, ladies and gentlemen. We actually have some Greenville. We have some Southwest Florida. Not as much as last week. But we also have some MRT, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of MRT, matter of fact. But before we did get into that, I wanted to read some of the comments that you guys left on last week's video. This first comment right here comes from Dylan. He's one of my Twitch mods in my stream. Said, "Ladies and gentlemen's counter is needed." Now, I kind of spam that. I'm not gonna lie, I spam that sometimes. And then this comment. This one, Mr. Mickey says, "Suggestion: foot cam when using wheel on stream." In parentheses, "I totally don't want to see your grippers, just want to closely inspect the pedal/thrust technique around corners." First thing we're going to get into is actually an honorable mention, ladies and gentlemen. It is the Ozverse game once again. Now, we only have one leak, but he sent me this. And I just want you guys to take a look at this. I'm going to blow it up on the screen for you guys. Look at the road and look at all of the garbage in the road. Ladies and gentlemen, I have never played a game with roads this chopped, and this is fantastic. We need something like this. This is good. Look at the potholes, the defacing. Like, dude, it looks fantastic. It looks bad, but it looks fantastic. Now, the only thing we need is being able to slam our cars in the game. Now, are we going to be able to do that? I'm not sure. I might be able to answer that question in the next episode, but I'm not sure. But yeah, that is the honorable mention. We have the good old Ozverse game. We're going to head into some Greenville now to start off the good old Channel 69 News now. Let's go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got some breaking news kind of drawn right here for some Greenville. Dude, we just got some crazy Greenville leaks in. I'll put some pictures up on the screen. We got a blurry interior of a building. Now, it's really... Okay, didn't notice that the first time. Anyways, we got a nice little building coming to Greenville. It's kind of hard to tell what this is right now, but Eat may or may not have found some pictures of what this place is. And ladies and gentlemen, this looks like it's going to be the new airport. I'm gonna put these two pictures up side by side together. You can kind of tell what they are. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's about time we need a remodeled airport. I'll tell you that right now. Now, I'll be honest, I don't know what we're gonna be using the airport for. Because I'm gonna be honest, nobody ever uses the airport. So hopefully they make a good use out of it instead of just building this building just to kind of sit there and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Wow. I don't know how much of the airport we're going to get or if we're going to get the whole thing. But right now you can clearly tell what is what and stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? Airport remodel. It's about time. There's not even an interior for that. And it is probably the oldest building in Greenville. I'm not going to lie. Actually, I don't really know, actually. But yeah, a little breaking news report. While I'm doing this, ladies and gentlemen, we got a Instagram chat. Somebody's asking C6 Corvettes and maybe the Callaway C4 Sledgehammer, and somebody who is a dev, Kitty Ivy. Is that Ivy? The one main GV? I don't know. But it said Vincent's modeling that, actually. So, C6 is coming to Greenville, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that. All right, let's head into some normal Greenville segment. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we actually got some cool stuff from Greenville. Now, I'm just going to pull up their Discord on the screen now, just so it's a little bit easier for you guys to see. But as you guys can see, ladies and gentlemen, in the future updates tab, there have been a lot of polls, and this is actually a lot of cool stuff. So there's a couple of days left on these when you guys are seeing this. You guys can go vote and whatnot. But the first poll, off rip, great poll. It says, what type of house customization would you be interested in? And there's two presets that you can choose from, non-Game Pass, or full house customization with a build mode. Game Pass. Bro, what is this, Bloxburg now? We're going to be able to have Bloxburg? I don't know if all of this is set in stone. I think these are just polls to kind of get an idea of what people want. But obviously, people are wanting full house customization, which that is going to be crazy. Obviously, 65% of the votes are towards full house customization with a build mode. We're going to be playing Bloxburg, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I'm not too sure if there's still going to be presets because it says here, obviously, this one has a Game Pass, and then this one's without a Game Pass. So I'm not sure if you don't have the Game Pass that you just choose for presets. But if you do have the game pass, you can do full house customization, or if it's going to be one or the other. This next one here says with the new RP server menu, which I think you guys saw that in the last week's episode on the roadmap. With the new RP server, how much would you be willing to pay for a server? So right now, Greenville RP servers are about 25 Robux, Greenville private servers. I'm not too sure if they do it like ERLC, where they take away the actual Roblox made private servers and they do it in-game style. I'm not too sure. These servers would have way more features than how the current VIP servers are. The result of this poll does not mean this is the option we will go with. But obviously, everybody opted for the lowest one. 25 to 50 Robux a month. Honestly, me personally, I think anything under 100 Robux a month is going to be fine just for a private server. Now, I think it's going to be a lot better than the private servers now, because obviously we just have admin commands like weather, all the basic stuff. So I would be okay with paying a little bit more to get some more commands and stuff like that. But the next one, it says for RP servers, how many max players would you give admin to apart from you? I think I voted 3 to 5. 3 to 5 I think is perfect. 5 plus, too much. 1 to 3, not enough. 3 to 5, perfect. Because obviously, as you guys know, there's only one person that has admin, and that's the host of the session, the server private server owner. Another one says, would you like a system where if you were caught speeding, running red lights, etc., police are able to fine you up to an amount of $500? Yes, in RP servers only. That would actually be really cool. I think this would work a lot for RP. Now, if this was in a public server, this would not work because public server people are just crazy and it would be too much, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, in any server, no. RP servers, yes. Would you like to see a queue system for RP servers? I think this is like a is water wet question. Like, of course we want to see a queue system for RP servers. Are we serious right now? Like, we need a queue system. I'm not trying to have a Rizzler thing where I have to sit there and spam join, cancel, join, cancel, join, cancel just for a spot to open up. I'm not doing that. This one was actually posted today. Well, I'm recording this on Thursday. If there's any other polls that come up, I'll put those up. Would you like voice chat only servers, bro? There's 3 options. I don't have /use voice chat, which the 790 who don't have voice chat, dude, what are you doing? It's 2025 Roblox. You need voice chat. Get it? Yes for anyone, and then yes restricted for players the 2 hours of playtime. Now, obviously, I did the 2 hours of playtime. I think that just makes more sense rather than it being anyone, because anybody can get in here and say some goofy stuff over the voice chat. Now, most people who play an RP server will have 2 hours of playtime. If not, you gotta get your playtime up. But yeah, that is all of the polls. Now, they also need to add another poll that says, would you like to spawn multiple cars in certain private servers and have the private owner set that? And then obviously we say yes because we need multiple cars spawning. But we don't have a ton of stuff for Greenville, ladies and gentlemen. Right here, we got a Honda inside. Which actually, this thing looks pretty good. I will admit, I do not like these. But I gotta say, gas mileage, yes. But holy NPC. We also got some more pictures of the, I read the comments of 2 episodes ago. You guys said I said Koenigsegg wrong. I'm gonna look it up right now.
We are looking at how to pronounce the name of this car brand name from Sweden. Hypercars or supercars. You tell me, how do you say it? Koenigsegg.
Koenigsegg. All right, but we have more pictures of it right here. This is a Regera. I'm not a Jesco. I don't know. I like stance cars, okay? I'm pretty sure this is a Regera. This is a fictionalized Regera little sketch, but this actually looks pretty cool. And I don't know who, once again, I don't know who's in charge of these, bro. Whoever posted this, dude. S_low. You're funny. You're funny. How long? Yo, we gotta keep dragging it. How? But anyways, last one. I'm assuming this is like this looks to be an E30, I think. We've been getting a lot of close-up leaks of the E30, and this one looks to be like a rally edition type E30, I'm assuming. I could be completely wrong, but to me, this looks like a BMW E30. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that is basically it for Greenville. We do not have a ton for Greenville. Next, we're actually going to go to MRT. We actually have a good bit of MRT. Actually, nah, we're going to go to Southwest Florida, then MRT last. All right, so not a ton for Southwest Florida either, but there's this picture of Kai standing next to this building. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know what in the POV this is, but yeah, there's that. Also have this new development picture. Also have new pictures of the Challenger, which I don't know if this is different, like if they facelifted this one or what, but here's a picture of the new Challenger, and it's got the manufacturer car wrap on it, so you can kind of keep it low-key, you know what I'm saying? We got that. Got a GMC Cyclone Sonoma. I think it's a Sonoma, right? No, it's a Cyclone. Yo, I don't know. This is the GMC Cyclone. I can tell you that right now. This looks like the rear end of a GMC Cyclone, which, if you guys, yeah, it's just a, yeah. But last little thing here for Southwest Florida, we have a chat log from Con, it says, I think he's answering some questions. You guys are always curious about AFK grinding and if you will be able to AFK grind, and this basically answers our question right here. You will still be able to AFK grind a base amount, but interacting with your job will offer higher pay, and then talking smack on bad dev. But yeah, you guys will still be able to AFK grind, but it won't give you as much money as interacting with your job. But actually, that's kind of cool. So still gives us the ability to get money crazy. You can get more money if you interact with the job, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, that's it for Southwest Florida. Last but not least, let's head into some MRT. All right, so this is actually kind of cool, but we have a lot of MRT leaks. This is probably most of the first leak here, ladies and gentlemen. We got the headlight of a new Porsche GT4RS, as well as a couple other pictures of this thing. And Vinny, I don't know who that is. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Looks to be official for MRT. But ladies and gentlemen, we are getting a Porsche GT4RS into dude.
What? This guy, he tripped and fell in the back of McDonald's. Subscribe to my YouTube channel.
Now, also this week, there was a small MRT update. It was more like an underground update. It wasn't too big, but they fixed the livery on the S2000, added a couple body kits for the, added a couple body kits for a couple cars. One of the cars being the 86, the A86, as well as some body kits for the S chassis, actually. Now, I'm not too sure if they disclosed this in the change logs, but the things they did disclose in the change logs was the 180SX and the S14 get new quarter panel, little over fender things, and we get new grills for the S13, and then new kits for the 86 right here. Now, also, I think there was some other updates to some other S chassis. Like, I think we got more body kits, a couple more body kits, and a couple more parts. Because if you see these pictures right here, I don't recognize any of these taillights. And, like, these all look new. I could be wrong, though. I could be wrong. But I think we got a couple new body kits for the S chassis here, which they didn't release that, unless I'm just being completely stupid. But next thing, ladies and gentlemen, we got the 22B STI, which... with these pictures right here, these look like the remodeled version of the 22B STI. Now, this is the current one in-game. Looks like poopy, and it needs a remodel ASAP. I think they have done that, and we have currently got the remodel. Don't know when this is coming. Like I said, MRT, you never know when MRT updates, bro. Also have some body kits. Now, I don't know if these are also coming to the game or not, but some 22B STI body kits would be pretty good. I like this kit right here. Super simple. Now, if you guys saw some previous episodes, you guys would have seen the C6ZR1. Ladies and gentlemen, we have more up-close pictures of that. Look at this beautiful thing right here, ladies and gentlemen. So good. We got up close on the wheels and then up close on the rear end. Now, it looks on the left, looks like an Aston. But, dude, I'm so excited for this car to come to the game. Dude, this thing is going to absolutely, like, just, it's... Last picture we got here is of an older BMW 6 Series or 8 Series. We got an older BMW 8 Series. Now, in the back, behind this thing, but in the back, ladies and gentlemen, you can see there's some C6s. Now, obviously, you can see there's some different front bumpers for some of these and some different, you know what we might be getting some C6 body kits, ladies and gentlemen, when this car comes to the game. Now, I don't know if it's going to be crazy body kits, but it might be like the Camaro and like the LC, to where they have the fictionalized bumpers and stuff like that, and then they have the real ones that you can buy at the shop. But yeah, I'm guessing that's what that's like, and the one we're seeing right now is the fictional, and then the one on the top, it's the real. But yeah, that's actually really cool. And then last thing for MRT, we got a video right here of an unreleased car sound. Now let's take a listen. Just open your ears, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I'm gonna keep it $100. I have no clue what that is. Sounds like a V10. It kind of sounds like an LFA, but it says unreleased car sound preview. The LFA is already in the game. You know, I don't know. I really could not tell you, but that really sounds like an LFA to me. If you think it's something else, let me know down below in the comments. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, not too long of an episode today for Channel 69, but we do have some good leaks. Now, obviously, as you guys can tell, sometimes I'll add stuff in after the fact because I record these on Thursday just to kind of get it done baseline, and if some more leaks come out, then I include them after the fact, just kind of like as a breaking news type thing. But Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, not too much this week, but still some great leaks. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate every single one of you for watching some good old Channel 69 news. Come back next week to see what kind of leaks we have. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to stop yapping. I'm going to get out of here. I appreciate every single one of you for tuning back in to this week's episode of Channel 69 News, and I'll see you guys next week.